COVID-19 pandemic and the resulting lockdown divided the business world into two distinct groups. There were those that cursed their misfortune and they just waited for the whole thing to blow over. But there were some that used the opportunity to refocus and to regroup, to look at how their company, their products and their services might be enhanced to meet the needs of customers in a post-lockdown world. One such company is East Yorkshire-based Aldercote Limited. When vehicle testing facilities across the UK closed due to the pandemic, the company set about embracing technology and to the task of bringing to fruition a product that had been on the drawing board for quite some time. That product is a pioneering electric-powered, vehicle-mounted access platform. Aldercote director David Dillon takes up the story. So David, give me some background on Aldercote Limited.
We're based in Kingston upon Hull, East Yorkshire. We're manufacturers of access platforms, predominantly on vehicles, and we have a wide range of standard platforms as well as specialised products.
And who are your main customers and what market sectors are you active in?
Mainly in telecommunications, local authorities, street lighting contractors, CCTV installers and maintainers.
What was your initial reaction to the COVID crisis?
Oh, it was a massive shock. To start with, we were fine. We started working through for a few weeks, and then the government closed their vehicle test centres. That meant we couldn't register any vehicles for our customers, so there was no income coming in, nothing leaving the factory. The yard was just getting full of completed vehicles. We had to furlough the main production staff at that point, knowing that nothing was coming in or out. Then service had to remain in the office, parts had to remain there. And then it was like, oh, what do we do? Because the customers are all gone home on furlough. Suppliers were closed down. It was like, let's start looking at projects that we hadn't completed or we were in the process of starting. So the main thing was to look at the development of all new things.
First and foremost, the lockdown gave you the opportunity to bring to market an electric solution. Before we get into the details, why is an electric platform necessary?
Well, electric vans and trucks were going to start coming into the market. So we needed a product that once fitted to the back of the electric vehicle, then it was an electric powered product, where at the moment everything was a diesel engine and we ran off the vehicle's PTO engine. The thing was, we were looking at the time for the product for when the electric vehicles came into the market, and it was only during lockdown on the development where we were thinking, actually, a vehicle's running, like you say, idling all the time, and that's bad. We actually calculated over 3 key customers who were street lighting contractors, and they were burning, well, on the day of calculating it was £1.10 a litre of diesel during lockdown, and they were burning an average of £800 worth of fuel a year to run that platform. And it was only when our technical director said, that's 1.5 tons of CO2 a year. And then it was a bit of a, you know what, we can launch this now and fit the platform on a diesel van. And then it's there for when the electric vans and trucks come out. So that's why we went to the market, completed the product and launched it.
So explain the solution you came up with.
Because we always have an electric backup system anyway, it's the technology, well, that technology is there, but it's not on a very efficient system. So it's there for emergency use. It's only got a certain time that you can run the motors for to get the man down when he's in the air if the engine has failed. So we had to look at that solution to say, how can we make it better, make it quieter, because it's quite a loud system, and our competitors offer that type of product anyway on their system. So we came up with a solution that we designed for a job for National Grid, where we built them special electric vehicle. So we took the grounds of that technology and progressed with it. So we had to then look at what batteries do we use? How do we charge those batteries when the vehicle's being used driving down the road, so they don't have to plug in when they go back to the workshop on a night? So yeah, there was lots to develop during lockdown. We've tried that many different type of batteries, and right from golf cart batteries, which we thought would be the better solution, and we actually ended up with standard car batteries from a well-known family car. And it is the system that's so efficient that those batteries will drive for 20 odd cycles during a day in constant use. It's a battery to battery technology charging system. So when the vehicle starts, that will start charging the batteries. We were working on like 22 cycles of constant use. Where in our industry, the guys will pull up at a street lamp, will do a cycle to do a repair, will come back down and then start the vehicle and move along again. So within the fact of only a few minutes of the vehicle engine starting, you're actually putting more charge back into those batteries than what you've just taken out. Within 3 minutes of a vehicle running, the charge is going straight back into those batteries.
What's been the customer response?
It's been amazing. I thought it would have mixed feelings. From the rental companies, yes, the rental companies, they're not going to make the savings of the fuel, but the end user is. So we thought, the rental companies, they won't be interested. There'll be a lot of people out there not interested, but it's just completely amazing. And when they start thinking, it's technology, it's all new. Well, it's not, because we've had electric forklifts for years. So it's only taking that type of technology and putting it into our industry. So they understand. And then when they see the quietness, that is the first thing that people notice. You're talking to the operator while he's up in the air and he's operating the platform, where before you're getting the vehicle engine running, it's loud, the vibrations through the machine. It's just incredible, totally different. We want to be the first manufacturer to say, that's it, no more engine drive. But there still is some customers out there that are just looking at buying on price. They're not looking at later down the line. They're looking at what the cost is now. They want the cheapest. So we don't want to lose those customers. So we're trying to push as hard as we can with electric drive. And just looking at our factory at the moment, we walked through the other day and there was one vehicle in build that was an engine drive. Everything else was our e-drive system.
And this isn't the only example of you embracing technology.
Well, it was the handover videos was the biggest problem, because we couldn't go out and, we had customers that wouldn't have us go out to see them, full stop. Not that we wanted to go out. We had other customers that you'd turn up to do a handover and there'll be one guy there, when normally it was all the operations guys with all the shifts. So it was, how do we handle this to make people realise what our product can do? So the immediate effect was, it's a handover, it's a familiarisation. So we got in touch with a local video company who made us, during lockdown, familiarisation training videos on all our products. So then it was like, we'll put it on a QR code, that sticker can go on the vehicle, the operator then will receive it off his smartphone. He'll be able to watch the video. We send links to the customers with those videos on. And then it was like, operator's manual, we can put that then on a QR code. Emergency lowering procedures, we can put that on there. The operator's always got a smartphone. He can access the data whenever he likes. We have operator screens, interface screens that we offer as an optional extra. And those screens will have everything on there, from the operator's manual, from a press of a button, down to machine fault finding, where it will show you pictures of where the issues are, whether it's a limit switch or an emergency stop button. that is all other technology that we've brought in.
Now, I mentioned earlier that you've revolutionised not just your products, but your business as well. Take me through some of the changes.
Basically, COVID, it made us all sit down. Everybody has sat down, thought about their businesses. We've looked at where our issues are. Moving forward, how can we make it better for the customers? Looking at our supplier base, for instance, one of the things we have changed is one of our major fabrication suppliers. We've now invested in the business and taken controlling interest in the company, which was only last week it came to fruition. So now we're going to expand the fabrication operation to make sure we've got full control over our supply.
I think it's safe to say it's been a strange year for everyone, but it's been a remarkable year for Aldercote Limited. How do you follow that, and where do you go from here?
God, dear, holiday. Generally, we want to build on our UK markets, looking after our customers, and export. I mean, that's one big thing that we have been looking at during lockdown, was the export side of the market. We've got some good dealers worldwide, and we've even got our first e-drive orders coming from our dealer in Canada. Poland also has ordered a demonstration vehicle, e-drive system. It's just amazing.